Good morning, everybody on the stream. I see we've got quite a few viewers there. Today's my first day alone again. Uncle John's almost back in the UK. I see that aircraft is well, last time I checked, he was somewhere by the Mediterranean. So, yeah, he's almost home. Got Andy with me. Good morning, Andy.
Good morning.
Here on Discord, if you guys want to join us, the link's in the description below the video. Anyway, to get to the flight, I'm almost set up. I got bored waiting for time to pass, so I'm almost set up. I'm just going to continue with my VA World Tour. It's about a 2-hour flight approximately that we're looking at here, and I'm doing it real time to get all the times and everything correctly and appropriately done. So unfortunately it is something just after 2 a.m. there in South America where this place is, so it's kind of dark, but we'll keep each other company and make coffee when we have to stay awake and all these things. Right, so if you have questions or just want to chat, feel free. You know, it's rather informal, and right now it's very informal, so you guys are welcome to chat away. Good morning, Andrew. Right, guys, then last night I had a brief chat with McDrawing and Paul, and we were talking about the noise coming from my microphone. This is obviously a very sensitive microphone. I've put the noise reduction like 10 decibels. I don't know if the word is better or whatever. I changed it by 10 decibels. If you can't hear me, let me know. If it cuts off something, let me know. If my son comes up and he starts playing his games and he's you know, really becoming loud, then let me know. I'm not too familiar with this software yet, so I'm still trying. So just keep me informed as time go by how this microphone sounds and with the other noises and things in the area. Good morning, Scotsman and Raquel. Good morning. Nice to see you guys here. Nice not to be alone and have you guys on the other side, definitely. Right. We're going to do a straight out departure this morning. Thank you, Scotsman. Get the edge on here, show you. We're going to do a straight out departure on runway 36. So quickly just set up everything. Oh, got jumped. Go, we're going to climb to 350. Right, and we're rather heavy, so what I'm going to do is a bleeds off takeoff if I can remember.
Is all loaded up and you are good to go.
There we go. These are fuel done. Right, those ones are on, so we did something right in the FMC. Let's get rid of this page. Right, we don't have any fuel in the center tank, but we're quite high. So just as a matter of interest, this airport, let me show you again. This airport is actually at 7,910, but when we go and search here, let it update a bit, we can see that the density altitude puts it at 8,967. So we're not over the 10,000 mark. I'm not going to use the this fancy new high altitude pressurization system, because we're not over 10,000, and then we'll just do a bleeds off takeoff, make sure we've got enough thrust to get us going. Right, so I'm going to start my APU.
Captain has found the fastest seatbelt sign. We do ask that all passengers take your seat at this time and please fasten your seatbelt.
Start closing up.
Just as a reminder, we cannot leave the gate until carrying items are properly
go
away.
up.
All overhead
Go
bins
straight
are
up.
closed and all passengers are seated.
Right, and that's our route. We're going to fly parallel to the Andes, basically, to get through to Barranquilla on the other side. I'm not sure if we used Barranquilla the last time, but as far as I know, we used with the previous world tour, we also used this airport. We'll see when we get there. I think it will be a straight in on runway 5 going in there. I removed the hold. There's a procedure hold in place at the VOR just before runway 5. I just took that out. We are flying on line on Iveo, so in the event that one of these guys decide to actually come and grace us with his presence in ATC, he'll anyway change whatever he needs to change.
Okay, all doors and hatches are closed, ready to connect.
I'm just checking the WebEye. So this morning WebEye is working for me again after being offline last night. The whole of Iveo seemed to went down with maintenance last night, so everything's good. Can fly now. Right. Yeah, that's disconnect, sorry. Right, I don't see anybody close to me, so let's go.
Starting pushback, engine area is clear, you may start engines.
Before start procedure.
Before start procedure. Before start procedure complete.
Start number 2 engine.
Ready for before start checklist.
Start number 2 engine.
Starting number 2 engine.
I guess I need to give her a chance to finish her stories before commanding another command. So. Gents, as a matter of interest, if you haven't seen my post, the terrain radar, Dr. Cook, I think, makes it. Sorry, let me just get the name right. I don't want to give the wrong guy.
25 and 2.
Dr. Cook, he's updated the terrain radar plugin. So there we go. If you guys haven't done it yet, please make sure to do it. There's been a few changes there. Well, some of the stuff listed for Zibo and level up, so just make sure you know that you get it. On the Zibo side, which will then include level up, the FMS leg count has increased to 256. So make sure you get that. Right, let's put some fuel in there.
Starter cutout.
Start number 1 engine.
Starting number 1 engine.
Operation complete, set parking brake. Disconnecting to standby.
Twenty-five and 2.
So is this disconnected and bypass screen has been removed. Hands in along the right.
Starter
See
cut
you
out.
next time. Buen vuelo.
Engine start procedure complete.
I'm just quickly typing a message to a user here. And right. You explain. Okay. There we go. Right, he's gone. Let's put on some taxi lights. Actually switch those ones off. So, okay, in the week, we actually had an interesting situation with that light switch over there. You see the wheel well lights are on. Those are the warmer lights that you can see there. And we played a bit with emergency exit lights. For some reason, my previous copy of the Zibo, it didn't want to work. And I mean, it was working, it just died somewhere. So I had to do a reinstall. If you guys ever get a thing like that, you know, just a fun, just, you know, reinstall it, get rid of it. Funny thing is, I always use that line on everybody, you know, just reinstall it. And this time it was someone else that told me, you know, just reinstall it. It worked, it's fine. Right, so let's do this. We need to change the slide position. Right, so for the night landing, we don't want it too bright. Let's get this on the bus. I'm not going to take the APU offline just now. We can switch that one if we need it. Probes must come on. Right, we've got a do not wind, so it's not the end of the world. Let's try this one. There we go, that works. Okay, let's go. Before we go, hold on. I really don't want to struggle with this thing. So whether it's working or not, I still don't know at this moment, but it's just so easy to just recalculate calibrate quickly, and then we know it's fine. Highly annoying. Right, there we go. Anyway, I don't know if you guys have noticed, it appears that the stand where we're at and the apron itself is actually lower than the point where they measure the QNH for the airport. So in case you're wondering why it looks like I'm underground, it appears to be because I'm using runway follow terrain contours, and this area is definitely lower than wherever they take the sample of the QNH at this airport. Very interesting. By the time we get to the runway for takeoff, it should be equal, or otherwise something's definitely wrong. Can you guys hear me okay if the mic is in the position it's in now?
It's perfect for me, Nico.
Okay. Appreciate it. Thank you, Scotsman. Before takeoff procedure. Before takeoff procedure.
Before takeoff procedure.
don't know if you guys can see it. I actually put my landing lights on pulse. I haven't used it in a while, so it's pulsing now a little bit.
Ready for before takeoff checklist.
Hey, Carolus, welcome. Scotsman, I haven't thought about that. We'll have to keep an eye on it. We'll have to see.
Stabilized. Ready for before taxi procedure. Flaps 5 set.
Right, let's go.
Approaching 3-6.
Carol is the best weather add-on just because of all the capabilities it has. In my mind, will always be active sky, right? If you're talking about not killing the frame rates, then you need to purchase on top of that
On runway 36.
enhanced skyscapes. All right, enhanced skyscapes gives you 3D volumetric cloud with almost zero, almost no FPS hit. Every, I think, 1,000 miles I fly, I might get, you know, a little bit of a dip. Secondly, you want an all-in-one solution. and then you just got to play with it and hope for the best on your system, because it's not very good on frames. You have to tweak it to make it good on your frames. Is xEnviro. I'm using xEnviro. It also gives the 3D volumetric clouds. There's my FPS. You can see it there on the tablet, so you'll see it during the flight. Currently we're pushing about 27. I think it's because it's nighttime. Nighttime FPS and daytime FPS also differs by far sometimes. Anyway, so between active sky and enhanced skyscapes and xEnviro, I think you won't go wrong, but it's all going to depend on your system. It's definitely going to depend on your system and what you have.
On
So
runway
there
36.
is,
On runway 36.
I think that's Kevin over there. Anyway, I'm going. Kevin, you're listening to the stream, buddy. I'm going.
Stabilized. Takeoff
Yep.
thrust set.
See how lazy this aircraft is at altitude. Now I'm pushing like 98%.
Throttle full.
No joke, 98.9%. It's taking forever. Just give in, see you later.
Approaching transition. Transition level. Ready for approach
Drunk
checklist.
this morning. Season
V1.
level is not quite there
Rotate.
yet.
Positive rate.
Maybe she meant rotation or something. I don't know. There we go, command A.
Acceleration altitude. Flight level 100. Landing lights switches off. Logo lights switches off.
Morning 737. Right. I'm off and going to standard. We're not going to stop before we cross over, so we might as well go. Flight Simmerex, good morning, and hello Giovanni, good morning to you too. Carolus, the autopilot altitude is 400 foot above ground level. The moment you go over 400 foot, you need to have zero pressure on your control column, so your pressure on the stick doesn't interfere with the autopilot, because any pressure will disconnect autopilot immediately. And the other thing that you need to do is your nose, that little square, your nose, you need to have it kind of in that position. the crosshair needs to be there, it needs to be in position, and depending on the setting in the EFB, it needs to be within either a 5% or a 20% tolerance. If it's out, you know, somewhere there or there or there or there, it's not going to connect the autopilot anyway. So you need to have it kind of centered like this, as close as possible, no pressure on the stick, and then it should take it from 400 foot upwards. I just found Uncle John's aircraft again. He's firmly at the Alps already. There we go. That little red one over there, KLM 592. And he's on his way to Amsterdam, so he's almost there. Just for your information, gents. Yep. Gorillas, I made a whole video, like 40-minute video on it, explaining all the different settings in the EFB, how to make it work, not work. If you're struggling, you can obviously go into the EFB and go set the setting a little bit more lenient, you know, simply, which will give you the more flight simulator-like action, to make it easier. Yep, it's close to home. Guys, when we got to Joburg International last night, I swear that whole 777's passenger complement arrived at exactly the same time. It was the longest queue at an airport that I have ever seen. Yeah, I wasn't on VNAV. I only realized it now. I'm talking and I'm looking at other things. I've gone to VNAV now. The aircraft needs to accelerate. We still at flaps 5 configuration, and once we get to appropriate speeds, I'll lift the flaps. Sorry about that. So anyway, yeah, we walked and we walked and we walked until we got to the end of that line. Poor old Uncle John. He never told me how long it took, because we did speak before takeoff. We managed to get on the Wi-Fi at the airport and we had a good chat. But he never told me how long it took to finish that line. I'm guessing 2 hours, so I'm dying to know from him, you know, once I can speak with him again, how long it took him to pass and actually get, you know, his luggage booked in and all. Because that was devastating. When we got there, it was just, oh, no man, it was just so long. Terrible. And there's flaps up, and now that flaps is up, actually get to our visualization. Go and get rid of it here.
Flaps up set.
Right. Oh, that's Anthony. Apologies, Kevin and Anthony. I did mix you guys up there. I don't know why, but I did. That's Anthony that's flying with. Good morning, Anthony. Have you guys noticed on Zibo mod in the plane back? It's a funny line across, but no, you'll have to show me. I have no idea what you're talking about. Happen. Point me in the right direction. Where must I look? I haven't seen it.
Switching transition.
Outside the plane. Okay, well, we're not using much. Oh, now. Sorry about that. Send me a screenshot. Show me. Mark it. You know, put an outliner over it or something that actually shows it. I don't know.
Transition altitude.
Oh, okay. I've never seen that. Hello, Mac.
Good morning.
Are you still awake or did you have some sleep?
Oh, no, I've had some sleep, thank you, tonight. Or today,
Good.
whatever.
Good.
Only just woken up.
Okay. I've just shown the guys Uncle John is over the Alps already.
Yeah, oh no, I've just looked. I watched him take off and everything last
Ah.
night. Get up so far across Africa before I went to sleep. Yeah, it was about an hour away from landing.
Mac, I have a question for you.
Go.
In terms of the water coolers we spoke about, or the liquid coolers we spoke about yesterday,
Yeah.
where do you find their ratings or their efficiency or whatever? How do you know which one is best for the best CPU or for the CPU that you want?
Basically, you can only go through review tests and all the rest of it. And generally just look to see which one's the most popular on the market.
Yeah, but
Now,
that tends to translate in more money just because it's popular.
it does. I must admit, I'm a Corsair fan.
No, me too. So let me send you this. Have a look here quickly.
Some of them are. The only thing is if you go to a where they've done testing, you can usually find out what the where they rate. Yeah, the 150i is the one for that 12700. The 150i is probably is the correct one to get. If you want to go to the 1290, then many people are suggesting you need to go to the 170, which is quite a bit more money. But if you're going for that 1270, then the 150i is the one to really get, to be honest. But there are those who's the other note that's remember that PC part picker I said?
Yeah, I'm on that site and I'm looking at it now. I put in my CPU specs and I told it to pick the liquid cooler for me, and it immediately showed me this Elite Capilex H150i.
Yeah. Now there's Capilex one. I don't know much about what Capilex mean. The latest ones all run through the IQ software that Corsair are doing now, which is like the headsets and everything. Whereas at one time it used to be more standalone software. So I'm a bit out of touch with that side of it.
No problem.
Yeah, there's the Pro and the Elite now. I think the difference is to do with the fans.
Well, it doesn't really matter. I sent you the two links. The difference is literally 1,000 rand cost between the two I sent you. And I cannot find anywhere where it tells me the difference, why the one that's Capilex is preferred against the one that's not.
The Capilex is the latest one. And
So
I
that's
think
right.
you've got Arch, and I think you've got go to the Corsair side and look at the Corsair stuff.
Yeah, I'll do that later. Back up.
Good morning, good morning.
And there is Kevin. Morning, Krister.
Right, the Capilex 150 450 Elite. You've got four different flavours of that.
Mm-hmm.
Right.
1000 to level off.
1,000 to go.
Which one were you looking at? Nico?
That water cooler still. Well, if it's
280 or 320?
you
360 rather.
what? Oh, sorry, you put me in the picture. I'm thinking of something else already.
2
No
times 140 fans or 3 times 120?
No, three fans. All the